Greetings to Bristol. How can privacy knowledge-based personalization of cookie banners improve users' cookie choices? This was the research question that we were trying to answer with our work. And it was motivated by several observations, including the dual use potential of browser cookies, the increase of browser-based applications, and thus the increasing impact of cookies on user privacy, the privacy paradox, and an interface design which often encourages users to accept all cookies. So while it is possible in principle to control the number of cookies accepted, this choice is often neither usable nor truly informed. Related work on browser cookies shows that cookie architecture often restricts user choice, uses dark nudges, and users are very susceptible for falling for such dark nudges and dark patterns in general. Illegal cookie practices are still common and pose a significant threat to individual privacy. While there exists support in the realm of cookie management, the problem is that lay users often lack an understanding of what they actually do, and they do not benefit from any gain in knowledge. So there's still a need for sound support, and especially a support that considers that individuals differ substantially. There's the so-called myth of average users. So users do not have the same privacy preferences and needs. They do not have the same level of privacy knowledge. So tailoring technology to these individual needs actually has been shown to be promising in several domains of privacy and security. So the research gap we are trying to close here is to explore the benefits of personalization in the context of customized cookie banners tailored to users' privacy knowledge. And hereby we focused on tailoring the wording of cookie banners to the level of users' knowledge. To find out about our study aims, we used a threefold study design. First, we conducted semi-structured interviews and used the OPLIS questionnaire, Online Privacy Literacy Scale, to structure a user space into a high level of privacy knowledge, medium, and low level of privacy knowledge. And with these three user groups, we conducted interviews and tried to find out about what they thought of the current ways to set cookies, and especially which requirements they would have for better ways to choose cookies and a novel cookie banner window, which we subsequently implemented and finally evaluated in an online experiment where we compared our novel cookie banner in its personalized form with personalized explanations, the novel cookie banner without personalization, and we compared these against a third group which was presented with the standard cookie banners of several websites that the users were clicking through and had to set cookies in this experiment. And we took a look at the number of accepted cookies and the usability scores as dependent variables. What we found out in our pre-study was that the high privacy knowledge group had fairly specific and technical requirements, including automation, temporary cookie consent, compatibility across browsers. They were sensible for who developed such a novel tool. Was it open source developed, for example? But they also wanted well-structured information and short texts. The medium privacy knowledge group wanted simplicity and usability, less use of technical terminology, and well-structured, simple information. And this was similar in the low privacy knowledge group, which also wanted a simple design, well-structured, simple information, and less use of technical terminology. What was common across all three groups was profound dissatisfaction with the current options, and common requirements included simplification, usability, and speed, a comprehensive display of information on cookies, and short, concise, and well-structured display of information. So we went ahead and tried to implement such a novel cookie banner, novel cookie window, which gave the opportunity to set functional marketing on all cookies on one page, provided clear and well-structured information, and the main part was that the explanations of what a cookie is, what a third-party cookie is, and the implications of choosing functional or marketing cookies was tailored to the level of privacy knowledge, with very clear explanations in layman's terms for the low privacy knowledge group, a bit less layman's terms in the medium privacy knowledge group, and just quick refreshers for the high privacy knowledge groups. The main differences compared to existing cookie banners included clear explanations, 3 choices on the first level, no nudges, a consistent coloring of choices, and the detailed explanations of cookie types depending on the level of privacy knowledge. So we were really curious what our online experiment would bring, where again we compared the original cookie banner with the novel cookie banner without personalization against the novel cookie banner with personalization. And our subjects clicked through several websites and had to choose their types of cookies that they would accept. And what we found out was essentially differences between all these 3 groups. So the novel cookie banner in general led to fewer accepted cookies, but interestingly, especially the personalized novel cookie banner led to even fewer accepted cookies also compared to the novel cookie banner without personalization. And this was, while this is displayed here in a descriptive manner, we conducted statistical tests, Kruskal-Wallis tests, and found that this effect was significant across all 3 groups and with a medium effect size for the personalized cookie banner group. We also took a look at the usability with the control group and the standard cookie banners on the left side, the non-personalized novel cookie banner in the middle, and the personalized cookie banner on the right, and find again significant differences between all 3 groups, with the highest perceived usability in the personalized cookie banner group. So what do we learn from these results? First, they suggest that the personalized banner has the potential to counteract dark nudges and dark patterns. But the more interesting part is that user-centered approaches are still needed on top of countering dark patterns, because the personalized version led to even fewer accepted cookies compared to the version with just no dark nudges. And the potential of personalization that has been shown with this study is thus in line with other studies which already revealed benefits of personalizing support in the realm of privacy and security. Future work could look into which specific user groups might benefit the most from this personalization. We had some trouble with finding low privacy knowledge users and thus could not conduct a very detailed sub-analysis, but exploratory analysis suggested that the effect of personalization might differ in the different groups, and future work could really focus on these differences to provide even more targeted support. In terms of the privacy paradox, the results of this study suggest that it might be, at least in part, be understood as a lack of competence or tools to actually act in accordance with one's attitudes. So if the competence and the tools are there to really accurately inform users, they might be able to act more in line with their attitudes and thus reduce the privacy paradox. And another important issue is that as soon as we're in this line of research of personalization, we always run the risk of violating user privacy in a different way, because personalization is usually based on some kind of characteristics of users, in this case privacy knowledge, but it can be about attitudes, it can be based on prior behavior, and thus it's very important to consider that we are not creating different risks for privacy in the process of providing personalized support. Limitations of this study include, as already mentioned, the uneven distribution of privacy knowledge groups, and also we did not include all requirements from the interviews especially the high knowledge group had specific technical requirements, but our goal in the end was to have a well circumscribed dimension of manipulation, that is the way how we phrased the different explanations, and we tailored these explanations to the level of privacy in order to have one variable that we can manipulate and really find a specific effect of. So overall, our study showed that personalized cookie banners result in fewer accepted cookies and increased usability, and that they can empower users to interact more sovereignly with privacy information and act more in line with their actual attitudes. Thank you very much.